So today I went out and I bought a movie that everybody seems to hate, that nobody seemed to like. Nobody liked it at all. Every critic shit on it. Nobody came out of the theater liking it or enjoying it. And yet I went and I had a blast. The movie Vacation, starring Ed Helms and Christina Applegate. Of course, the fifth movie in the National Lampoon's Vacation series. I don't count the Christmas Vacation 2 movie, because why would you? Vacation stars Ed Helms as a now grown-up Rusty Griswold, taking his family to Wally World the way that his father, Chevy Chase, took him 30 years ago. No one liked this movie. Nobody liked it. And I don't know why. I laughed my ass off during this movie. I'm not an Ed Helms fan. I'm really not. I didn't like him on The Office. I don't like The Hangover. I'm just not a fan of this guy. And yet, I cannot think of anybody better that could have played the young Rusty Griswold, or the older Rusty Griswold. He did, I mean, a lot of people... See, this is what bugs me about the criticism of this movie. Either the criticism is that he didn't do enough of what Chevy Chase did in the first movie, or the complaint is that there was too much of what happened in the first movie. This isn't a remake, even though it's called Vacation, like the first movie. This is a sequel. It has Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo in it as the older parents of Rusty. Criticism, I mean, comedy is a very subjective thing. Not everybody is going to laugh at the same thing. That said, I've got to think that more people thought this was funny than just me. I mean, the theater was, people in the theater were laughing when I went to go see it. I don't understand. I really just didn't understand the criticism of this movie. Was it a great movie? No, it's not a great movie. It's not even as good as the first National Lampoon's Vacation. Certainly not as good as Christmas Vacation, which is the best of the series, in my opinion. But it's good. I mean, it still made me laugh. It didn't make me feel anything inside, and it didn't move me, and it didn't change my life. But I enjoyed it, and it made me laugh, and it made me laugh consistently and throughout. Just, I was in pain at moments, just really laughing hysterically. But nobody liked it. And my sense of humor, I don't think is that different from, I mean, I like the same comedic movies that a lot of people like that are popular. I laugh at the same things that most everybody else laughs at. But for some reason, a movie like Vacation comes out, and everybody, I don't know, I wonder if it hadn't been called Vacation, if it was just a completely new movie that took the same kind of road trip premise, family on a road trip going somewhere, everything goes wrong, and it did that, if people would like it. Is the criticism for the new Vacation movie based solely on comparison to the earlier films? Personally, I think yes. Personally, I think if this had been an original movie without the connection to the franchise, I think more people would have enjoyed it. I think more critics would have given it some credit. Look, it's mean-spirited. I'm gonna point that out right now. A lot of critics said, "Oh, it's so mean-spirited. It's so nasty." Yeah, it really is. And I thought it was hysterical. I thought the younger brother bullying the older brother, being just this little shit that you just wanted to strangle throughout the movie. I thought that was hysterical. I thought Chris Hemsworth in the movie is funny as hell. That guy can do comedy if he wants to. I don't get it. I don't get why nobody saw anything in this movie. Now, I would get it if people came out and said, well, it's okay, or I don't like that kind of humor. I would get that. But to just dismiss the movie completely, to just say this was garbage and there's nothing, and I didn't even crack a smile in it. Now again, comedy is subjective, but to me, I watched the movie and I thought this should have been a hit. This should have been a success. This is funnier than a lot of the movies that I've seen recently. So for me, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I would love to see more movies with Ed Helms and Christina Applegate taking over. I would love to see, maybe not going over the same thing, not on like another European vacation, another Christmas vacation, but, I don't know, they go to Australia or they go somewhere else. I would love to see that. Not going to happen. I think it's safe to say that Vacation 2015 is the last installment in the Vacation franchise. I don't think anybody's going to touch it again, which is a shame because it really, again, if you haven't seen it, don't listen to the critics. If you thought the trailer was funny, you're going to think the movie's funny. And a lot of people thought the trailer was funny. I remember when the trailer came out, a lot of people said, wow, that looks better than I thought it would. I don't get it. Doesn't compute up here. But, you know what? Make up your own mind. Go out and check it out. It's out now on DVD. It's worth a rental, if nothing else. Go check it out. Also, before I go, I do want to point out that even though I've got this case still, gone. You know why? Oliver Judd made me this. One of our esteemed members here at Manic Expression, Oliver Judd, made me this case for all of the National Lampoon Vacation movies, which is now full. I own the 5 movies, again, not the Cousin Eddie Christmas movie. So thank you to Oliver if he's watching. This sits proudly on my DVD case. But yeah, Vacation, it's worth it. I think you'll get a chuckle out of it. It's not going to change your life, but it's better than the critics led you to believe.
The worlds.
Sort of gave myself the challenge of, okay,